Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and so I have cut out all my pieces and parts. So I'm going to now go back, and I added a couple of pages. I had a watercolor painting from a friend that I cut it in half, and I'm going to use that for a page. And then I found this really pretty paper. It's from a paper sample that somebody gave me, and I'm going to use that for a page. So I'm going to add this in to my stack, and now I'm going to, the next step is to do the reverses of these pages. And so I'm going to do some different things. Of course, the green doesn't need it. And I think I'm going to do scrapping on the back of this painting. So what I'm going to do, because if you get this paper wet, very wet, it will cause the print on the back, it'll cause this to like be all mushy, because the ink will wake back up and it'll just run and it'll mess this up. So I'm going to put gesso on the backs of the printed sheets. So let me do that actually before I start. I'm going to use this liquid gesso. I think I got this one online. It's just real thin and easy to put on, and it's white gesso. And I'm just going to use a big old brush. I wanted to use a big brush because see how it's curling. I knew I needed to hurry up and get this on there because it was going to curl up on me. So, and actually, I probably need to gesso more than 3 because I kind of want to use some of my Distress oxide sprays. And you really need to put gesso down first if you want to get a really good result on those. So I might need to do more than 3 sheets of this. I really didn't need to do this one because this has got its own special thing going on. So what I'm going to do on this one, I think, is just a little bit different. So I'm going to set it over here for now. So the rest of them are dry that I gessoed. I'm going to take modeling paste, and I'm going to just put it on. Okay, so Tim Holtz gave us a talking to, or at least I just saw the video where he was giving us a talking to about washing off the threads of all your jars of glue and all your stuff. And I have been trying to do it, but I did not do it on this one. And my goodness, almost couldn't get it open. So I just picked out some, I picked out for the most part some finer stencils. I didn't get anything with real big holes other than I did get that leaf there that's pretty big. So then I'm going to use a plastic palette knife and just put a little bit of texture on these. So this one is a set of, I got, it was like 12 pages of leaves. I think it's available on Amazon. And so I'm just going to put a couple of leaves, and I'm not going to make them super thick. Well, maybe they're thick. That's pretty thick, actually. And let's see. I kind of want this one to go the other way. So maybe like that. Keeping in mind that this will be one page by itself, probably when it's in the signatures. I'm going to leave that alone. So this will be one page. So leaves on this page. So then on this other page, I think I'll use this one. This is one of my favorite ones. Maybe just a few little touches here and there. And I'll let that dry. This has taken more time than I usually take on these, but this is, you know, we're not in a big hurry. We want cool pages, and so it's not about hurrying up and getting this kit done. And so I decided to take the time and do some of these things. And if you don't like it, let me know in the comments and I'll stop it. If you do like it, let me know in the comments and I'll keep doing it. I'm using this one a little bit more, as you can see, because this is one of my favorites. So that got a little thick. Oh, well. So did that right there. Okay, it'll be fine. I'm talking to myself. It'll be fine. Let it go. Try this one. I got some of these bigger scale templates. I'm going to try them. Or as a border. And I'm not going to hit the whole thing, but I kind of want to continue. So it looks like a continual design all the way down. I don't have to do the whole thing solid, but if I do it here and there, it'll show up as a pattern like that. It continues. And on this side, this is a pretty one. I think I'll kind of do the same thing on this one. Just what I'm going to end up doing is spraying these with some shimmer sprays and different ones, and it will catch on these because they're raised designs and look very cool. Hopefully that's the plan. We'll see. I think that's what's going to happen. So they don't have to be super high relief. They don't, in other words, they don't have to stick up really far to catch that ink. Okay. I started a new way of keeping track of my stencils. I don't know about you guys. I have tried a lot of different things. I tried the notebook. You know, I tried the thing where you stamp this and put it in the sleeve of a notebook so you know what you have. And I thought, oh, that's great, but it just wasn't working out. It was just too much trouble, I guess you could say, to pull them out, wait for them to dry, to put them back. So I watched a video by Caroilne, and I'm going to say her name wrong, Caroilne Dube, but she does a lot of jelly plate printing, and she has got some of the best organization ideas. Look at her tour of her studio. I'll try to remember to link it here. She is the one that, she had that baker's rack that I saw that and I thought, oh my gosh, I have got to have that. And I love the baker's rack, and you can get them used on Amazon. You put baking sheets in them. As you can see, I'm on a baking sheet. And then I pick it up, put it away, pull another one out for the next project. It's just, oh my goodness, the best thing ever. So anyway, I went back and looked at it again, and another good idea from her was she gets these J hooks off of Amazon, and you get a whole bunch of them. And she sticks them on her stencils, and then she hangs them on. She had a really cool, like, round rack that she hung them on, so they were all in a circle. But she also showed them hanging on a lampshade that you strip all the cloth off of, and this bottom circle wire, and hanging them on there. I thought about doing all that, but then I thought, well, what I did is I just put a welding rod, actually it's just a thin wire welding rod, I had my husband do it, through my baker's rack. And so I just have this wire across there, and I'm just hanging my stencils across it, like it's just like in a clothes closet. You can just flip through these. Now what I don't know, because I just started to do this, I don't know how well these J hooks stay on these if you put them in water and soak them, because a lot of times I put my stencils in a bucket of water and it might be 3 or 4 hours before I go downstairs and wash them out. So the J-hooks may or may not fall off. I don't know. But if they do, I certainly have a ton of them, because when you buy them, you get a bunch. So anyway, that's, if you're wondering what those plastic things are on there for, that's what I'm doing. And so far, I'm thrilled, but I just started. Okay, so I'm just going to hit this one. Real hit and miss. Okay, and it looks like I need probably another, and I'm trying to stay away from the fold because I just don't want a lot of thickness by the fold of the signatures when we go forward to do these. I'm going to use one of Tim Holtz's, this flower stencil of his. And I honestly have no idea how much of this is going to go through and show, but I think it'll be fine. Let's see. Yeah, that looks interesting. And I'm just going to use the same one over here. Just move it. Okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is stop here and go on in the next video with this after these dry, and we'll show you what we do with them. And so I hope you liked the video. If you did, please click the like button. Think about subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.